What is going on, guys? How is it going? Now we have The Amazing Spider-Man issue 10, also known as Spider-Verse Part 2. Now this one is going to feature Superior Spider-Man, so let's see how it plays out in the comic. But first, I just want to announce the winner of The Amazing Spider-Man issue 9 giveaway. Now it is this person on screen now. So congratulations to, is it Nur Al Mutadi or something? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, so I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. But yeah, your comment was just actually really interesting. You actually touched on a few things that I actually brought up in the past, where Superior Spider-Man would have known about Peter Parker getting his body back, and that's why he let him. But I also want to add to that, I actually want to say that maybe Peter Parker proved himself in the Spider-Verse, and he proved that he was a better Spider-Man than Superior Spider-Man, and that is one of the reasons why Dr. Octopus gave up the body of Peter Parker so easy. And yeah, also I didn't actually know about Jessica Drew having a different costume. I don't read Scarlet Spider, but I'm actually going to be reviewing Scarlet Spiders for you, because that actually ties in with the Spider-Verse, so I'll be reviewing that for you guys as well. But yeah, congratulations to that guy, because that was such an interesting comment, and I thought, you know what, let's give it to you. So congratulations, I'll send you the code within 24 hours, and I hope you enjoy it, man. But also, guys, I am actually going to be doing a giveaway for this issue as well. So the Amazing Spider-Man issue 10, I am going to be giving away as well. So pretty much all I want to know from you guys to win the issue is, how do you think Superior Spider-Man is going to discover that it is Peter Parker back in his body? So not if he is going to, but how do you think it's going to play out? How do you think he's going to find out? So not what happens after he finds out, but how do you think the whole thing about him finding out, like, how do you think they're going to tell him? Do you think they're going to break it to him slowly, or do you think it's going to be blurted out by someone or something like that? How do you think that's going to happen? So let me know, and I will choose a winner in the next issue of Amazing Spider-Man issue 11. So yeah, anyway guys, we've waited long enough for this comic, let's get into the issue. Alright, so kicking this issue off, we go back over to Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and of course Jessica Drew, aka Spider-Woman of the Ultimate Universe. And yes guys, this is the real Ultimate Universe. In the previous issue, I know that it did say Earth 610, but Dan Slott actually confirmed on Twitter that that was just a mistake, and it was supposed to say Earth 1610. So yes, this is the real Ultimate Spider-Man universe. And just before Miles and Jessica are about to have the life force taken out of them by the Inheritors, Superior Spider-Man, Assassin Spider-Man, and Spider-Punk, or is it Punk Spider-Man? I can't remember. All three of them turn up and save Miles and Jessica, and pretty much just before Miles goes through the portal, he actually turns around to Verna and says, "I do not know what is going on, but now you've made it personal." And in case you didn't notice, they actually destroyed his mum's grave there, so that is pretty personal. But what is so awesome about the next page is the fact that they actually say why Peter Parker is the chosen one. You know, 616 Peter Parker, he is apparently the best Spider-Man out of everybody. And it actually turns out that he is the only person that has gone head to head with one of the Inheritors, aka Morlun, and won. Anyway, moving on, we now know that in this issue, the Spider-Man UK team have discovered that there is another team of Spider-Men in the universes that are being rounded up, and it is actually Superior Spider-Man's team, and they actually jump through the portal straight to the year 2099 in an alternate dimension. If it puts it into perspective, they are basically in Spider-Man 2099's home dimension, and they basically just go and visit Superior Spider-Man's team. And what is so awesome is the part where basically one of them shouts the boss to come over, and he walks out, and it is Superior Spider-Man, and 616 Peter Parker's surprise is just disbelief. It is so awesome. And what you've got to remember is that Superior Spider-Man and 616 Spider-Man are both the same person. But what the easiest way to look at it is to think of Superior Spider-Man travelling to the future. Obviously, when he travels to the future, in the future Peter Parker already has his body back. So when he travels to the future, he will see Peter Parker back in his body. Just think of it like that, it makes more sense. But anyway, basically what happens now is that because they are all together, their spider essence is stronger to the inheritors, and pretty much Deimos just jumps through this portal and starts attacking everybody, and he actually kills Cyborg Spider-Man. Also, one thing that I thought I'd mention is the fact that Miles Morales has actually met Superior Spider-Man before in the Cataclysm, which I think, if I remember, is All New Comics Ultimate Spider-Man issue 29, during the Cataclysm in the Ultimate Universe. And pretty much what happened is Miles Morales went to the 616 universe to find out how to beat Galactus, and when he got there, Superior Spider-Man basically beat the crap out of him. Now, we didn't actually see what happened. Miles just came back to the Ultimate Universe all beaten up and stuff. So that is awesome. Now, moving onwards further into the comic, we actually have Superior Spider-Man utilize the future technology of the year 2099 and murders Deimos. Now, usually when you murder an inheritor, their body turns to dust, and this time it didn't because of the technology that Superior Spider-Man used. But as that happens, we actually find out that the Last Stand Spider-Man knows something about this crusade that the inheritors are on about killing Spider-Man, and why they are after Silk, aka she's kind of known as the Spider Bride for some reason. But yeah, and Deimos' dead body is still on the floor, but Deimos has come back to life, like he's come back through a portal as well. So all the Spider-Men are just completely confused as to what's happened. Like, Superior Spider-Man is just baffled, because he completely thought that he had beaten these guys. But one thing that Ben Reilly and Kane both put together is that it is actually a clone of Deimos. It's not Deimos, it's a clone of Deimos. And of course, one way to be able to figure that out is because when one of the clone Spider-Men died in the 616 universe, the clone actually turned to dust, and that is what's happened with Deimos. Usually when you kill inheritors, like I just said, they turn to dust. Why do they turn to dust? Because they are all clones pretty much. Well, except for the originals, obviously. So Kane and Spider-Man know that and stuff, which is just awesome. But one thing that isn't awesome is the fact that Silk actually takes 616 Spider-Man's teleporter watch and actually jumps through a teleporter, and Spider-Woman actually has to go after her. Now, we'll talk about that more in a minute, but first, let's go into what happens with Superior Spider-Man. He actually gets taken to the safe zone with the rest of all the other Spider-Men or whatever, and once he gets there, he pretty much says, I am in charge now, this is war, and something tells me that he's going to be a little bit bossy, and maybe he's going to force people to do this. He might even kill a few Spider-Men to do this. Obviously, I highly doubt it because he's not stupid. But yeah, what do you guys think of this issue and at the end of it as well? It's so awesome, but I'm kind of hesitant to... I kind of don't want to know what Superior Spider-Man's reaction is going to be to Peter Parker having his body back. I literally cannot wait for the next issue. Now, one thing that I just want to point out is the fact that Superior Spider-Man and 616 Spider-Man might not even fight in the next issue. And the reason why I'm saying that is because they kind of have them fighting on the next issue front cover, but they might not actually be fighting in the comic. One good reference for this is probably Ultimate Spider-Man issue 4 with Miles Morales. So basically on the cover it shows Peter Parker tearing the suit off Miles Morales, but in the actual comic they didn't even touch each other. So you never know. Also, what I thought was an awesome idea on the writer's part was actually to not have Peter Parker reveal himself straight away. You know, like when he saw Superior Spider-Man, he was in complete disbelief, and I just thought it was so good how he hung back and he knew he thought about the consequences of what might happen if he did reveal himself to be like back in his body or whatever. But anyway, going on something even more important, I just want to talk about the situation regarding Silk. Now, I nearly said the Silk then. Silk is basically known as the Spider Bride. I don't know why she's known as the Spider Bride, but pretty much the inheritors want her. So that is why she jumped through a portal to lead them away from the rest of the Spider-Men. But what she doesn't know is the fact that she needs to be protected. She's the main person that is like this is the reason that this is all happening. So obviously the inheritors must need her for something, and obviously we're probably going to find out But yeah, so Spider-Woman actually went after her to protect her, and you'll actually see that story in Spider-Woman issue 1. And don't worry guys, because that is actually a Spider-Woman / Silk crossover, and my review for that actually goes up tomorrow. So look out for that. It actually ties in with the Spider-Verse, of course, so I will be reviewing that. So yeah, look forward to that guys. And of course we saw that the Last Stand Spider-Man actually got murdered just before he was about to tell everyone what was going on, because he was the only one that knew everything pretty much about what was going on. And it was that guy, I can't remember, was it Esquil or something like that? Obviously I'll know at the end of this video because I'll go back and look, but I thought that was quite a twist. I remember one of you actually said in the comments below that you thought that it was Uncle Ben. Now that was an freaking epic theory. That like blew my mind when I read that comment, by the way. But also guys, I think we should end the video now. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. So guys, don't forget about the giveaway that I'm doing as well for this issue, and of course congratulations to the winner. One thing that I would also like to say is a huge thank you for getting to 10,000 subscribers. I cannot believe that there's 10,000 people out there that are interested in comics like me and stuff like that, and just the stories and the same characters and all that is really just I want to say awesome, but I've said that too many times in this video. So it's really insane that we all have the same interests and stuff. Yeah, so thank you very much for that. Here's to another 10,000 more in the future, and I will actually be setting up a Facebook page and stuff like that, so don't worry guys, and I'll make a proper video thanking you guys for 10,000 subscribers. But also, like I've said before, what I hope to be doing is other comics in the future. I'm actually going to be reviewing every single Ultimate Spider-Man comic in January, all the way from issue 1 to issue 133, but I also hope to be doing other series in the future as well. Now, one thing that I would like to ask you guys, if you want to, is follow me on Twitch by going to the link in the description below, because I have actually been doing live gameplays of games and stuff like that on PS4, and yeah, you guys can actually ask me comments, like questions and stuff like that live, and I will answer them pretty much the same time that you comment them. So if you're interested in that, then please go and hit the follow button. And of course, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at the link in the description as well. And yes, obviously, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like my videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.